Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Not Alone Talks. I'm Oscar from Blossom LGBT, and of course, I am joined by.
Hi everyone, my name is Elle from Change Your Stars. I hope you're all well today.
Great, so let's have a look at what we've got coming up in today's show. We're having a look at insects with Finley and Sarah.
We're looking at gardening tips with Molly today as well.
We've got another couple of accessibility tips with the amazing Vix. We're cooking, Lisa Cow and Kids.
I'm excited for that one.
Oh, me too. Did you know, actually, it's supposed to be World Cake Day this week coming, isn't it?
Yes.
Thursday?
I think so, yeah, I think so. I have cake most days, so I'm not. Especially during lockdown, I've kind of been treating myself to some cake.
Every day's cake day in lockdown.
Lockdown is a whole full-on cake day.
Oh, totally. Well, before we get into that, pets. I have a pet. I have a lovely little dog. She's over asleep in the corner. Elle, have you got any pets?
No, not in this country. I've got pets at home, but I haven't got pets in the UK, I'm afraid, which is a bit of a bummer. I couldn't have pets because my landlord wouldn't let me because of the contract and the deposit. It would be too much if the little critter made a mess, or I'd have to pay for it and lose part of my deposit. So it's just not worth it.
Well, one person who we do know has a lot of pets is Sarah from the Pride and Surrey team, and of course her eldest son, Finley. Now, they do have a lot of pets. They've got horses, dogs, but one of the slightly more unusual pet that they have, which they're going to tell us a little bit more about today, is stick insects. Let's take it over to this short video from Sarah and Finley.
Hello everybody, it's Finley here again. So today we'll be talking about all the pets we have.
So Finley, tell everybody what pets we have, starting from the biggest all the way to the smallest.
Why can't we do smallest to largest?
We can do smallest to largest. Go on then. So what's the smallest?
First we got the stick insect.
Which we're going to talk about more today, aren't we?
Yes.
What else do we have that's small?
Most of them are small.
What else do we have that's small?
We've got the snails.
Yeah, which we're also going to show people
There's always
today.
one the smallest.
Yeah, and then what's the next ones up?
We've got Roo.
Rupert's here. This is Rupert wearing his poppy. Okay, who's next after that?
No, it's not Poppy Day. After that it's the cats, Donnie, Millie.
Yeah, they're upstairs. We can't see them.
And
Then
then it's Doodle.
this is Doodle. Why is Doodle so special to you, Finley?
He's my assistant dog.
He is your
Right.
assistant.
Next we've
Then-
got Noodle.
What's Noodle?
Noodle's a miniature Shetland.
Yeah,
Then we've got Merlin.
yeah.
That I don't know what kind of horse he is.
He's a Welsh cross. And what's special about both Merlin and Noodle? We
rescued them.
did. We've rescued both
So
of them.
Noodle
haven't
was
we?
in a terrible place where didn't trim him. They just let him roam around the garden.
Yeah.
Got too fat. Merlin was injured and taken into a horse rescue.
That's it. Well done. So Finley, what have you got in front of you now?
5 baby Indian green stick insects.
And where did we get these from, Finn?
We raised them from eggs.
We did. We hatched them from eggs. And what have we just done?
We just cleaned them out and gave them some new privet.
We did. So they eat privet. Can you remember what else they can eat?
Brambles and ivy.
Yeah, well done. Brambles and ivy. So we have 5. They've got quite big. And how do they get bigger?
By eating more and more.
And then what do they do?
Molt.
They do. They molt, don't they? So these are 2 down here at the moment. I don't know if you can see these viewers. But yeah, these are our 5 Indian green stick insects.
2 large and 3 small.
Yeah. So these are our pets here. How often do we clean them out, Finn?
Once a week?
No, we clean
Twice
them
a
out
week.
probably about three times a week to make sure that their privet is clean. And what do we do for privet before we put it in?
We spray it.
Spray it with water, and that's how they get a little bit of drink, isn't it? And you really like these, don't you, Finn? You really enjoy having these. Right, next we're going to move on to our...
Giant African landsnakes.
We are.
I rushed this.
Now, at the moment, again,
These
these are only...
a few days old.
No.
babies.
They're older than that, but they are still babies. So at the moment, they're in a very small container because otherwise they use up too much energy trying to find food. So at the moment, they're in quite a small container, but they are going to be upgraded. They normally have a heat mat to help them keep the right temperature. And yes, if Finley can get them, we will show you what they've got. So, Finley, what do we do every morning with these?
We have to spray.
We do. We have to spray them, don't we? And what kind of things do they eat, Finley?
Well, they mainly need to eat cabbage.
They eat lots of different vegetables, don't they?
So cabbage, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, mushrooms, Brussels sprouts, broccoli,
Carrots, courgette.
yes, a lot of stuff.
And what
Cucumber
else?
sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. And what else do they have to have, Finley? What's
This is oyster grit.
It is oyster grit. And what's
It's full of calcium and it kind of helps them grow.
well done.
And cuttlefish.
Yeah, well done, Finley. That's right. Can you find one, Finn, to show everybody?
Here's mine, the big old biggie. Oh look, he's done that round his shell.
Yeah. So this is the
Like
biggest one that
one's
we have.
attachment. This is mine.
And how many do we have in there?
3.
Yeah, because who do the other 2 belong to?
My brother and sister.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I could wash the sky if I was allowed to. I'll put them in here.
Right, shall we say bye for another week to everybody?
Bye.
See you next week.
I'm actually scared of stick insects. I think they're quite scary. Like, I don't mind them like from far away, but they remind me of praying mantises, and they really scare me because they fly at you. So yeah, no, I salute anyone that can look after those little things. They're quite cute from far away, but I wouldn't want to be holding one. So fair play to you, Finley.
Well, I actually have quite a funny story that I was telling Sarah, which is when we were younger, my youngest brother had some of those stick insects, the same thing, that they come in their eggs. And it seemed like a really good idea. They were all growing really well, but unfortunately then he put them into a tank that didn't have a lid on. And I'm pretty certain still to this day, my parents have the odd 1 or 2 stick insects that they'll find just crawling up a curtain or something like that. I tell you what, I used to lie in my bed at night and think, I'm sure there's a stick insect on me somewhere.
Yeah, that would creep me out. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and they really like to eat everything as well when it comes to plants.
Now we go to gardening tips with Molly. It's always really good to keep busy in these times and have a hobby. So gardening is definitely one of them that is safe and practical in these times. So take it away, Molly.
Hi everyone, Molly here. Okay, so tip for this week, cutting back herbaceous perennials that have flowered late in the season. So this is a Japanese anemone. You can see the old flowers just on the top there, or the old seed heads, and the leaves, those sort of broad-leafed green leaves you can see. So they've finished flowering now, so it's a perfect time to cut them down and tidy around the base, clear out all the weeds, leaves, and give them a good tidy up before the winter. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so this is the finished product. You can see I've left some of the lower leaves, but I've taken off all the tall flower heads and I've just weeded all around it. So you can see there's actually quite a lot of new growth coming through at the bottom, and eventually these leaves that I've left, not this one over here, that's an acanthus, but all the rest of these that I've left, they will eventually die down as well, but it's really nice to leave them for now. It'll just send a little bit more energy into the plant ready for next year. So that's your tip of the week. Any herbaceous perennials that flowered late in the season can now be cut back and tidied up.
Cool. That was cool. She's got a very soothing voice, very soothing and mumsy voice, I feel. She engages well. I like to listen to Molly. She's great.
Oh, definitely. I should be honest with you. I mean, how fantastic did that look afterwards? Before and after, it's completely stark difference.
Absolutely. I think that is cool, and fair play to you, Molly. Really fair play. Really good work.
Now, from Molly's fantastic gardening tips to something slightly different, but still a fantastic tip, we've got 2 short videos from Vix about accessibility online.
Do you ever get the feeling you're being watched? Cat Captions are useful for a number of disabilities and not just for deaf and hard of hearing people. So if you do use captions, it can help a number of people with disabilities to understand what is being said in a video. Adding an image description when writing comments or a post which contains a photo or video really helps people who are using screen readers, for example, people who are blind or partially sighted. This description helps them to feel included and understand what is actually everyone else is seeing. So if you can include those things, it really helps make all your content a little bit more accessible to people.
Wow, thanks for that, Vix. And I love the little cats as well at the start of that video. Absolutely brilliant. And it is so important that you do make sure that you include subtitles on videos. We purposely upload this onto YouTube now because it automatically adds closed captions to every video that you upload, which is absolutely fantastic and really, really helpful. But if you're creating content on videos like TikTok, places like that don't automatically add closed captions, give it a go. And definitely, as Vic said, if you are posting pictures, just consider maybe describing that picture as well.
Really useful tip. It's a tip I think that some people forget to do, and it's great that we have somebody to talk about those sort of tips on here, because it's things that I forget to do as a musician as well, and now our YouTube, like you said, does do it automatically, and it's a feature that I feel like everything should have now. Absolutely.
Now we're going to go from accessibility to something yummy with Lisa, Kel, and the kids. Oh, brilliant. That looks like so much fun. And as we said, this Thursday is National Cake Day. I'm so excited. I'm such a cake fanatic. I'm definitely going to have to get myself into the kitchen and do a little bit of baking.
Absolutely. And they made it look so fun and easy as well, which I don't think I could cook and bake like that, but you guys made it very easy. So I'm going to have a go on Thursday and see what I can do.
Totally. What's your favorite cake?
Oh, it's the most difficult question. Probably lemon drizzle cake.
Oh, that's a good one.
That tangy sponge. It's kind of like it just bursts in your mouth with flavor. I feel like it's such a different flavor to the majority of cakes. It's also like almost like you feel like you're eating fruit, which I feel is it's like almost like don't feel as guilty eating this one. But it's probably still quite as bad for you. But yeah, I would say lemon drizzle is my favorite. What about you, Oscar?
Oh, chocolate, easily, 100%. Didn't even need to think about that really.
What a chocolate. There's all those different types of chocolate. Well, what sort of chocolate are you a fanatic about? What cake would you say it had to top all of the others?
Oh God, it's gonna have to be a devil's food cake. It's really chocolatey, especially with some chocolate ganache over the top as well.
Nice. Now you're making me want
Problem
cake.
is, is that because I used to study baking, I could just eat cake all day long, and I wouldn't even have to worry about work running out because I can just always make more. So I try to avoid making cakes as much as I can now because they literally go in a couple of days.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Have you been following the Bake Off this year?
Yeah, I've loved it. I haven't been cooking along this year, although I really wanted to. I thought the jelly art from a couple of weeks ago was absolutely amazing. Did you watch that one?
I didn't know. I didn't. I missed that one. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one. I watched a couple of them. I've just kind of lost track of them. But I am gonna go back and watch them on demand. So look out for the jelly one. That's a good one to watch.
Yeah,
I think I watched
I mean,
and a couple of other episodes, but then I kind of like lost track of it.
oh, it's really difficult to keep up. I do it every year with I'm a Celebrity. I start watching it religiously, and then I get like a week or two in, and I'm like, I've got no idea what's going on now. I've missed too many
Yeah,
to start
that's it.
again.
That's it. And it's not like something like Hollyoaks, which will tell you what's happened, is it? Like you have to like
No.
follow it to know.
Exactly. I haven't even started watching this year's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I know it's in England this year. I really wanted to start watching it.
It's in Wales, isn't it? It's in a
Is
castle.
it?
I think so. I could be
Oh,
completely wrong. If somebody knows, let us know. But I'm pretty sure it's in a castle somewhere, somewhere in Wales, I think, or somewhere like that. But yeah, it looks quite different to the normal one that we've been used to in Australia, isn't it? Normally set.
absolutely. Apparently, there's ghosts this year as well. But if you trust the media sources, apparently half of the crew won't work at night in the camp in the castle, because
Wow,
they're concerned about ghosts.
that's mad. Oh
Scary.
yeah. That just brings a whole new spin on it, doesn't it? It's almost like ghost hunters. It's another reason why they probably want to get out of there. So it'll be it'll be interesting to see what sort of twists and challenges they have this year. Really, be a
Oh,
different take on it. Absolutely.
now, one last thing that we didn't touch on very much in this show, which is so important to both of us, is that last week it was Trans Day of Remembrance. And if you didn't catch it, Pride and Sorry put together a fantastic show full of interviews from local people telling you about their experiences of being transgender or being related to someone who is transgender. I just wanted to spend a little while, both of us really, just sending a message of love to the transgender community. Elle, have you got anything you wanted to say?
Absolutely. I'm an ally. I always will be. I've got friends, family members who are trans, who identify as trans, and it's such a difficult time for everybody at the moment because the community has not been supported fully. There's a lot of murder, there's a lot of things going on that is just not okay. And I feel like the more we all come together, the more we all support each other, hopefully we can make a change. And to anybody who's listening who is trans or identifies as trans, I salute you because you are so brave, and I can't imagine what you go through every day and what you feel every day. And I just salute you, and I'm here for you, and I think you're great. And thank you for showing me that I can be myself as well, and then I can do whatever I want to do and feel the way I want to feel without anyone questioning it. You make me, you inspire me to do that. So thank you so much. And big love to all of you, and hopefully see you all at a gig soon when we can come back for Pride. And again, if you ever need to reach out to us, please do, and keep being your amazing self because you're great. And thank you.
Glory, hit the nail on the head there. That's fantastic. Absolutely. And just remember, you are not alone. The trans community is so important to us at Pride and Surrey. I'm sure they don't mind me speaking on their behalf for the whole team, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are here for the entire community. We are a community together. There is no equality until every single person in the LGBT community has equality. And mark our words, the Pride and Surrey are here, and we are definitely fighting on your behalf. By all means, if you need support, can text the word talk to 88440, and that's talk to 88440 if you do need somebody to talk to. You're certainly not alone, and you're certainly loved here at Pride and Surrey.
Absolutely. Have a great week.
See you soon. Bye bye.